guys! Welcome to the channel! Happy New Year! So here it is. I'm starting a bullet journal and this is the first thing I'm making for the new year. So let's get into it! I've wanted to start a bullet journal for the longest time, but I wanted to hold back a little bit and dial down on the spending because of course, broke student life. So it took me about a year and a half to save up and buy supplies that I think I would need to start one. You don't need to do that, I'm just extra that way. That's why I bought my own set of mildliners, colored pens, stickers, and washi tape. As I mentioned in my 2020 planner flip through, I got a planner last year to help me prepare for a bullet journal. I knew that I wanted to have those themed monthlies type of bullet journals, so I used the planner to see if I have some extra time to devote to a legit bullet journal. Cause I know how much effort it takes to make and maintain. So this year, I decided to try it out with the Hiraya journal, and the setup theme is Vaporwave. If you've seen my haul videos or just my collection in general, I've recently gotten a lot of Vaporwave stickers. It's like 80s and 90s nostalgia mixed in with classic art but with filters, bright colors, neon lights, Japanese/anime aesthetic, old software, and grids. It sounds like a lot to take in, but I hope you'll see it in my spreads. I decided to go with an old computer look with each box being a window. So I did my best to incorporate that in the spreads that I made. The first one I made was the year cover. I sketched out a lot of these in advance because I don't draw well and I don't come with ideas for these on the fly. I thought it would be cool for 2021 to be in the font they use for calculators to add to the nostalgia theme. I try to use this sparingly because it's actually pretty hard to make these because of all the gaps and stuff that have to line up. The next one I made is the loading screen under the year label. It's pretty simple with just a bar and the loading text. In stuff like these, I always try to put the marker or highlighter down before I outline the whole shape to prevent the ink from staining the markers. I kinda want to get a new black pen for these because it was pretty hard for me to prevent the black outlines from smudging when I use my Muji gel pen. So if you guys have any suggestions for that, leave them in the comments. Then I use a bright yellow marker to draw in a crescent moon on the corner, which gives more color to the spread, and it's also one of my signatures. If you look at the channel, you'll see it in so many places. The moon really matches the theme for the month, and it's just cool to have a nod to my own style and the cover of my 2020 planner. I then use stickers to help add some more design to the spread. I try to find those that look nice together and will also tie into the color scheme I have. Vaporwave stickers can come in so many different actual photos, but I usually pay more attention to the colors they have and the actual text on the stickers if they have it. I was a bit lost on what I wanted for the other side of the page, but while making the cover, I realized that I needed a space for a year calendar. Not really to write anything on, but just to have for quick reference in the future. So I made more of those rounded rectangles to help match the theme. To keep the look, I used the same colors as I did for the cover page. I did my best to evenly divide the page into all 12 boxes. I used my black gel pen after to outline the edges, and now they're looking like those clear plastic eggs with toys in them. The most time-consuming part was putting in the dates. I just put on a YouTube video and looked at my 2021 calendar for future reference when I made these. It took a while, but it wasn't as bad as I thought. I didn't know how I would write the month names on them, so I didn't. After making the year calendar, I felt like something was missing with the cover page. So I did another time-consuming thing with making grids with a dark purple pen. I thought I was gonna add a shadow to the browsers, so I left the space for them in the grid. But then I remembered that browsers don't really have shadows, so when I finished making the big grid, I filled in the rest. Moving on to the next page. When I saw this grid spacing chart on a setup by Amanda Rach Lee, I wanted to have one in mind. I already sketched it out, so all I had to do was trace over it. I had a pen color theme made up of black, bright purple, dark purple, and smoke blue gel pens. The black pen I used to mark out the numbers of the spaces horizontally and vertically. It's also the one I used to make the halfway lines. The smoke blue was for dividing the paper into 4, and another division of 4 was made with the bright purple pen. The dark purple uniball signal was for dividing the page into thirds. And that's basically all I did for the grid spacing chart. Like last year, I wanted to have a spread for 2021 with my personal goals. So I sorted them into categories, and each category I gave a different browser color. Before I made this spread, I wrote down stuff I want to achieve in the coming year and started combining and trimming it down. When I got to 21, I sorted them into categories. I needed a lot more color variety, so I used the color chart I made when I got my markers to get some new ones to add to the color scheme. So I made my browser shapes again and filled them in with colors and category names. There's academic goals, habits I want to gain or keep, skills to practice or learn, personal goals, and goals for the channel. For the title, I decided on a whim to make the same calculator style font. So I used up a bit of my time that day to sketch it all out. After a quick sketch, I colored it in with the same color as the last time, which I think is mild lime or fuchsia. I tried making a boxy font to write the word goals to add some more interest. I looked at more of my stickers and added the moon doodle again. I finally got to use my new washi tape to add layers and decoration. I'm gonna admit it, I got a little lazy to make the calculator font for the bottom text, so I just wrote it in my own handwriting. It took me a bit to figure out how to decorate the bottom to distract from my laziness. After all of that, I finally decided on a sticker. With my new spacing spread, I figured out that I could fit 3 columns of future log in one page, so I allocated 4 pages cause there's 12 months. Yes, math! I got more colors to use. Those were the heading colors for the future log, then I mirrored the color scheme for the other page. Making this took a lot of effort, so I took a quick break and continued at night. So the lighting's gonna change. I also filled in the colors between clips. And now comes another long job of writing down the days on the future log. Same method as last time, I just used the 2021 calendar that was on my planner, then made the borders on the side and the bottom. I guess by now you would have seen the tissue I have beside me. That's what I use to wipe off my ruler in between using it. I can't really stop smudging with what I have now, so this is the best way I can minimize it. I even use the tissue to absorb excess ink on the page as long as I don't actually wipe it. And like the year calendar, I didn't write down the name label yet. I wanted to finish another spread before I continued it the next day, so I made my year in pixel spread. I was so excited I was gonna make this MS Paint themed. I looked for reference photos that I pulled up on my laptop for what the layout would look like. I did my best to draw the drawing tools on the side, even if I'm not really good at hand drawing things. As most things in a setup video, I made the month and days on the side. I used the light blue marker to make the scrolling thingy on the side. As a repeat of a lot of things here, I make another grid for the year in pixels. I looked for my black marker to mark out the days that didn't exist, like February 30. I took out the color code I have for the new year, which included some of the ones I had from my last year in pixels, with some added colors for more specific emotions I might want to take note of. It was 16 colors in total, and I put them on the bottom for the color toolbar and also on a separate browser to act as the color key. Of course, I still added the moon doodle on the free space. The next day, I made more minimalist spreads, which is what I call stuff that doesn't have much color. The first one was a general list of stuff to check out. It's just the same browser thing I've been making, but I just divided it into 2 columns with spaces for the name and a check for when I've checked it out. I'm not funny. But it's a really simple spread that I did. The next spread is just a watch tracker. If you've seen other videos of mine, you can see that I had 3 pages worth of shows that I watched in 2020 with separate pages for musicals and movies. Now I want to combine it into one watch tracker And what better theme for that than a spreadsheet? So I looked up reference photos for the old UI of Excel and did my best to draw some symbols from there. But because Excel usually has 4 lines of UI, I tried to compress it all into 2 lines because I wanted as much space as possible to write down the stuff that I've watched. To make the distinction easy for me, I made a type section where I can add a color to signify what I watched, and then the other columns are for when I start and finish watching the thing. I didn't really have a start and end date for movies in my old tracker, but then I realized that when I watch movies at night, I tend to sleep through them. For example, the past week, it took me 7 nights to finish Sherlock Holmes the movie. It was a 2-hour movie, but because I kept sleeping through it, it took me a week to finish. And that's something I wanna track on my new watch tracker. The last spread I have for this video is my video plan spread. My schedule right now is every Monday, so I listed down every Monday in the year, but I also put in a space for a bonus video every month. I'm not gonna have a bonus video every month, but I wanted to have it in case that I do. The finishing touches on these are some stickers and, of course, the moon doodle that would fill in the empty space on the spread. Because I divided the spread into 3, but I put 5 months in one column, 5 months in the other column, and we only have 12 months. So yeah, stickers to cover up mistakes. Happy little accidents. If you're wondering about decoration, I'm gonna go put dark purple grid lines into the spreads that have space for it. But I don't want to do all of that on camera because that wouldn't be an interesting video. I'm gonna go fill in the missing parts like the video plan and the personal goals off camera too, because those are more private things. And for stickers, I'm gonna add them to the spread when the spreads are kind of filled out already, so I wouldn't cover over some important parts when I'm trying to decorate. I'll also be probably making some spreads off camera for my setup because I don't want this video to be an hour long. So yeah, here's all my spreads that I was able to make in the time that I have. I hope you found my bullet journal interesting and you're excited to come along on my first year of bullet journaling. Look out for my January plan with me. If it's available, it'll be on the end screen. What themes do you want to see for a monthly spread? Leave them in the comments below. If you found this video interesting, hit the like button to tell me. And if you want to see more videos from me, then hit the subscribe button and the bell to know when a new video is out. I try to upload every week, Monday nights at 8. I guess that's all for this video. Bye guys!